And coming up right now, we have...
Destination Germany!
Hooray!
With me, your host, Rob, and Daniel.
Hello.
As always,
Hello.
since we're the hosts every week.
Hello, host Rob. So, what's Destination Germany all about?
Well, Destination Germany, to me, is being able to discover new places in Germany that I think are really interesting, and that I really hope that you think are interesting as well. So you can learn about a new place in Germany, and you might even find that you want to go and visit it.
Yeah, whether you live in Germany already or whether you're thinking of coming here on holiday, you can find out some pretty cool places to go to. And if you want to see more, then all you have to do is...
go to our website, and we'll have some photos of each week's destination.
Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick recap of where we went last week, and that was to the Oceanographic Museum, located all the way up in the north in the state of Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, or Mecklenburg-Western Pomerania, if you prefer to say it like that in English. This museum has become so popular that it is now 4 museums in one. 3 of them, including the Oceanium, this is difficult to say. And I haven't had any drinks this morning. The Oceanium, which has the country's largest aquarium, are all located in the city of Stralsund. The 4th, though, is a little short trip away up in the coast in a more rural area that you'll need to walk the last 5 kilometers just to reach. So check it out if you're interested to see what lives in and around the Baltic Sea. But now let's go to this week's destination. So where in Germany are we going to today?
This time we'll be going to a German state that we really haven't talked about that much on Destination Germany. It's going to be in the south and the west, as far as you can go, right on the French border, and that is the state of Saarland. And while it's pretty small in size, they have some pretty cool stuff to see and do. Our destination this week is Saarland's Völklingen Ironworks.
Völklingen.
Völklingen.
Is that, that's a place, right, rather than a person, Völklingen?
Völklingen is actually the name of a town where the ironworks are, and more accurately said, were.
So they aren't there anymore? Well, if it's not there, how can it be our destination, Rob? I thought we talked about this.
Well...
no more invisible destinations.
It is still technically there. So it hasn't been in production since 1986. It did work, though, for over 100 years before they decommissioned it.
So they must have had a good run, then.
It did get off to a bit of a shaky start. After it was built in 1873, it was only in production for 6 years when the tariffs for pig iron that were introduced for smelting made it no longer profitable. But it was soon bought by another who added a blast furnace.
What's pig iron? Is that iron made by pigs?
No, what pig iron is basically there is super hard iron ore, and it goes through this blast furnace, which uses a chemical reaction that will turn the super hard iron ore into this more brittle iron, and they make ingots of it, and so that way they can then remelt the pig iron into something that is more workable than the original hard iron ore.
Well, this whole iron industry speaks to me of this whole industrial revolution thing, like these olden days, hard-working laborers producing all of this stuff. So this kind of blast furnace thing was like the heart of the economy in that area, I imagine.
It was, and it was a huge tool, and it was pretty revolutionary in the industrialization of Germany.
So this blast furnace, which was an important part of the Industrial Revolution, is in this place. I mean, I'd love to see a factory like this.
Well, like I said, it hasn't actually been in use since the 1980s, but it is still there, and now you can even go in and see it.
So they turned it into a museum?
Well, kind of. The UNESCO named it a World Heritage Site, as it is a historic landmark of civil engineering in Germany.
So what does that mean for the site itself?
It means that the old ironworks buildings and the structures won't be torn down, as it's an important part of Germany's history. Now, the museum can be visited through, and you can walk through the old factory and see the impressive blast furnaces. It also has a full-time science center with many interactive experiments that you can learn from. And is more than just a museum. It also has the city of Völklingen's Culture Event
Völklingen?
Center. Yes, it's the city of Völklingen's Cultural Event Center.
Völklingen.
Völklingen.
Okay. That's pretty cool. With all that space in the Ironworks, I'm glad to hear that they're putting it to a good use, so like a regional good.
Yeah, they have festivals there, and they have open-air rock concerts there pretty often. Also, there's usually a long-term, about a year exhibition going on. Right now, there's a really cool art show that's going to be there until the end of October of this year in 2015, and it's called the Urban Art Biennale, and it displays how art has evolved in the form of graffiti. It's also being sponsored by UNESCO.
Nice. So even though it's on the other side of the country, for me at least, it is still only a train ride away. So it sounds like a great place to visit wherever you are in Germany, or if you're thinking of just coming over and seeing what's available in this country. So if you liked what you heard about the Völklingen Ironworks and you want to know what it looks like, you are definitely going to want to check out the photos on our website, thisweekingermany.de.